Welcome back to my new video. As you can see from my screen, we are going to be talking about embeddings. And so if you look at uh, the OpenAI website, they actually describe what embeddings are and what they can be used for. So OpenAI's text embedding measure the relatedness of text strings, and they are commonly used for searches, clustering, recommendations, anomaly detections, diversity measurement, classification, and all of that. And it's just a list of vectors or floating point numbers. So you can actually use distance metrics like Euclidean distance, cosine similarity, dot product, and all of that to measure how far two vectors are in the 2D plane. Okay, so if the distance is far apart, it means that those two vectors are not related. If the vector or the distance between those two vectors are very close, it means that those two vectors on that plane are very close to each other. So I'm just going to jump right into the IDE and then show you how you can create embeddings for your text data. Okay, so let's jump right in. Let me close all of this. I think need to close all of this. So I'm going to create a new folder, which I'm going to call YouTube demo OpenAI. Okay, that's how I'm going to call it. Then I'm going to create a file called app.py. Then I'm going to do some few import. If you don't have OpenAI installed, you can do it this way: pip install OpenAI. I'm going to just import it because I already have it installed. And also I'm going to paste in my OpenAI key, API key. Okay, so this is how it looks like mine. If you want to know how to get it, you can just come to platform.openai.com and then click on API keys, and then you create a new one. Okay, so that's how you create API keys. By the end of this video, I'm going to delete mine so that you cannot use it. Okay, so I pasted my API key. You can also save these API keys in an environment variable or .env file so you can read it, but I chose to do it this way. So what we are going to do is we are going to use the model called text hyphen embedding ada hyphen 002. So this is the model we are going to use to embed our text. I'm just going to say main. And then I'm going to say response is equal to OpenAI dot embedding dot create. Okay, so the create, I'm going to pass in an input. This input is going to be a list, and then I'm going to pass the strings in there. So this is text. So this is going to be another text. So this text that we are embedding, we are creating embedding for, it could be in a file that you can read into your embedding function. But to make it very simple, we are just passing the strings through the function. Okay. So the engine that we are going to pass in is the model. There are several other models you can use. But I think this model is more powerful. So that's why I decided to go with this. So the next thing we can do is to print what is in that response object. So I'm going to run this. So as you can see, the response object, you see the model type we are using is this. And we use how many tokens? 6, and then the total tokens is 6. So remember this, the number of text you pass is going to incur a cost, so be aware of that. So you can see that we have a vector, a list of a vector. You see, this is a list. Okay. It's a list. And you are going to get 2 of these vectors because we passed in 2 strings. So this is the first one. Let's see if I can find the second one. Yeah, so as you can see, this is the second vector. So this is the first vector. This is the second vector, okay? And they are all in a list. So to access this data, you can take the data, okay? So let me remove this. So you can pass a list comprehension. So you can say for record in this, want to extract record, and then we want to extract the embedding key. Okay. So this is how we are going to extract the embedding from that list that we saw. You can see we are accessing this embedding so that we can have access to the list. Okay. So that is that. So we can say embed is equal to this. Once you have the embeddings, we can print embeds. Okay, so I'm going to run this. For record and respond data, what mistake am I making? I think some indenting is going on. Okay, I think it was an indenting problem. Okay, so I'm going to run this. Okay, so you can see that the result is a list of a list. Okay, so the first list is a list of a list. Okay, so what we can do here mostly is to save this embedding in a database. Okay, so there are other vector databases that are popping up. So in my next video, I'm going to show you how you can store these embeddings in a database so that you can query it. Okay, you can search for similarity, okay, with this vector. Okay, So basically, that is all for this video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.